Just a reflection on the game at Plymouth, first of all. You said your side showed good character, but defensively, areas for improvement?
Yeah, for sure. We weren't happy about conceding goals. I think we had a real positive side to us and looked dangerous going forward, which we have done a lot. Showed good character, had to keep getting back into the game, which is not ideal, but we know we're capable of doing it if we need to, and we couldn't find that last answer really when we thought we might have gone on to win the game. So a lot to take from the game, some positives, some things we need to work on, that's definite.
Are you finding a bit more freedom away from home, given the fact that you've scored 22 goals away from home? I think it's the most in the Championship, best in the division. Is it a different approach, or?
Certainly not from us. We don't approach it any different. Football throws up funny things like that sometimes in terms of home and away. I think the boys have been playing some good football and being really dangerous, and it's a really good thing to have, to feel that potential and capability that we can score, and we can score quickly at any moment. It's getting the balance right, obviously home, away, or getting the balance right in the performance as well, for sure, but it's a great thing to feel, and the confidence to know that we are capable of scoring goals.
Is there more pressure at home, do you feel? An onus on you?
No, we don't, not from us, and there's no different pressure at all. I think every game means the same points. It doesn't make any difference for us at all. We approach the game the same. We don't approach the game being home or away any different, so we don't talk about that. It's it doesn't make a difference in terms of that. For sure, it's nice playing at home in front of our own supporters and feeling the support that we get.
Well, you are playing at home in this Christmas period. Sheffield Wednesday, Boxing Day, and then another big one with Burnley at the weekend. These are tough games now. Sheffield Wednesday have certainly come on a bit. How's the approach going to be for this?
Yeah, the same. We're used to playing tough games, We've played plenty and we'll play plenty more. So every game is a challenging game in this league. So they're on a very good run. Played particularly well the other day there in with 10 men as well. So yeah, it's one we're looking forward to. We want to get back to doing what we're good at and as soon as possible and trying to win games. So we've got chances to do that if we do the right things.
We're getting to that stage of the season, aren't we? The halfway stage when people start looking at who's going to go up, who's going to go down, and people
been looking at that for the last 6 months. So
people are a bit more sure about it at this stage. But how do you see these automatic promotion places? Are they beyond reach now, given the gap?
Ridiculous to be talking about what's beyond reach and what's not at this stage. I think it's miles away at the end of the season. Yeah. We got to keep plugging away. We're doing a lot of good things. There's things we need to improve on. We need to keep picking up points, and then see where that ends up. Crazy to predict anything really at this stage.
Any knocks, injury issues, or anything from the weekend?
No, we're all the same. We're all good.
And obviously we've got the January transfer window approaching. Keeping players will be a prerogative, I would think, for you. I mean, continued links with Latte have been, moving on, but determination to hold on to everybody and keep that squad strength.
As I've said it before, I think we're determined to come out of January as strong, if not stronger in many ways of how we do that. It's obviously a tricky time of year, some things that come up are totally in our kind of eye line and something we want to do. Other times it's out of your control, things get thrown at you, so we're ready to deal with whatever it is that's thrown at us. But I'm happy with the squad. I'm delighted with the boys, the way everyone's contributing. Really excited about what's around the corner for us.
What's Christmas Day look like here at Middlesbrough? And you got the lads in the morning training, and then do you let them go and eat loads of turkey? No,
I think it's important we get the balance right. The boys have got to spend time with the family for sure, but that doesn't mean we'll take our eye off. It's a hugely important game for us. We'll find a way of getting that balance right. We'll certainly be training well and preparing well as we would for any other game. And
for you, I suppose you've been involved in football all your life. I suppose there's no difference, is it? Christmas Day, Boxing Day?
Literally, I've just said it before. It's all I've known, really. Yeah. I've had one Christmas off in my time since I moved away when I was 15. Family's used to it. Yeah, I think they're quite happy for me to be leaving the house at certain stages. But it's the balance. It's obviously it's an important time of to the year, and to share with friends and family and that side of things. But we've obviously got quite a big job to do as well.
How did you get on with your old mate, Mr. Rooney, at the weekend?
Yeah, okay. I think we all both took a point from the game, but I think he would have felt a bit disappointed they didn't win it. They went up 3 times, and we're disappointed that we didn't win it for our own reasons, but it is what it is.
Good luck for these 2 games. Thank you. Cheers.
Just on Sheffield Wednesday, Michael, obviously the side that have almost flown under the radar a little bit, within 3 points of you and only lost 1 in 6. Tough game.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect me to say anything different, would you? Yeah, very tough game. They're really are a good team and on a really good run. And as I said, the performance and the way they found a way to win the other day was impressive. So yeah, it'll be a tough game for us.
How much are you looking forward to playing in front of a sellout Riverside?
It's great that we know going into the game it's a sellout. I think it's an important time of year. It's important that the supporters come and are excited and looking to be entertained first and foremost. Obviously that comes with results as well, and it's up to us to do that, but it's fantastic to know that, and the boys will be looking forward to it massively.
Thanks very much.
Is approaching the halfway point, Michael. What's your half-term report? Are you satisfied with where you are?
Yeah, it's been all right. It's been all right. Loads and loads of positives, I have to say. I think there's been loads of encouragement and positive signs in our play and the results we've had certain games. There's always things we want to get better and feel that we could have, should have done more or got more out of certain situations. That's how it is, you know. But okay, I'd say so far I'm happy with the boys. I think the group and how everyone's contributed over time is being important, is a big factor for us, and we feel that moving through the season. I think that hopefully to keep that freshness and that energy within the group, because there's still a long way to go.
Is it quite a nice place to be, really? Because you're always saying that you do feel that there's more to come, and you are where you are, and there could still be more to come. So is that quite a nice place to be in some respect?
Yeah, I'm always encouraged by what's around the corner and what's possible, and very easy to talk about. You know, it's very easy to say that every team wants to do better and is probably expecting and saying that there's a little bit left in the tank to improve. So we definitely believe that. I think knowing what we are capable of doing and how well we can play to putting that into a level of performance over a long period of time and gaining enough results, really, that's the key, obviously, to how the season will end up.
Thank you.
You say that it's been all right and there's things to improve. What are those things? What are the areas?
There's always loads of things. And that's not me ultra negative or critical. There's always things, however small, positionally, tactically, a little bit, game to game. There's always things. But as I say, generally, I'm encouraged and excited about what we can do. We've ended up conceding too many goals for where we want. I think we've scored a lot. We've been dangerous for long periods of the season. We've actually defended and not given a lot away, but we've ended up conceding too many goals, really, and there's different reasons for that. So something that we need to tighten up. That's for sure.
You talked about that earlier in the season. Now, you're defending well, but it's moments, really. How do you eradicate?
Yeah, it's something we got to adjust and we got to adapt and we got to find a way to do it. You know, that's ultimately the game, isn't it? You know, however many times you're in around your own box and however many times you're attacking the other box, it's about what comes out the end of it, really. And as I said, that's why I'm encouraged. I think there's a lot of good things in there. We need to tighten up certain little aspects and give ourselves a better chance of winning games that we probably feel we should.
Just ask you about Alex Gilbert. Obviously, you're well stocked clearly in that front area. We asked you the loan question in the summer, and obviously you said no then. Then you obviously got the injury, which was frustrating. What about January? Is there any chance he?
I think it's just Alex has just had an unfortunate run, really, with his injury. You know, he had a good impact at the start of the season and played some games and came off the bench and was looking really promising. Had the setback, really. So and then came on, obviously on Saturday. So yeah, I'm pleased with Alex. I think his progress. He'd like to have played more over the time that he's been here, but I think he's definitely moving in the right direction.
Would he benefit from more regular football in the second half of the season?
Not necessarily. I think there's there's definitely opportunities for him to play here. There's no reason why not.
And I guess he's been like the unfortunate victim of Finn Azaz's like consistent brilliance in that number 10 position.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of how the squad goes and the flow of it. And certain times we'll rotate and we'll freshen things up. Sometimes when someone's on, or a certain player's on a type of form, then it depends very on the feeling of it and the individual. But yes, certainly. But some players have played a lot more than others. But it doesn't diminish the importance, and it doesn't mean that that's going to continue for the months ahead.
What impact can the fans have in the next few days? Because there's always like a sense of occasion around a Christmas game, isn't it? To get home games at this time of year, you know it's going to be a full house. There'll be a decent away end as well. The fans clearly have got a role to play.
Oh, there's massive opportunity for all of us, supporters, players, me as a coach, you know, to feed off that energy and create that energy. You know, we've got a responsibility to try and create that within the stadium on the pitch, and certainly for the supporters to be as loud and as vocal and as supportive as they possibly can be, which they are really good at, obviously. But there's certain times and certain, you know, that little extra boost, that little bit of extra spice and energy around the place would be fantastic, and it's up to us to repay that as well.
And you know, a couple of good results in home games, whether there's a full house, whether there's a big crowd, which can be a springboard, can't it? A crucial stage.
Always looking for that next springboard, you know. Whatever's around the corner, whatever games it is, whatever time of the season, to be honest with you, you're always looking for that next kind of lift, if you like. And yeah, it's around the corner, you know, and it's seen as an important time of year, and it's something we're conscious of, and we want to keep picking up as many points as we can, you know, and that in the end, that's the springboard that we need.
And just injuries, Luke and Senny, is that
as is pretty much, yeah.
Any chance of them being
not for this one,
on Wednesday?
No, not for this one.
Thursday, Wednesday.
Yeah, Joe, same as me.
Yeah, brilliant.
Ian, would he have any chance for Boxing Day?
No.
No. How's he looking? Is he kind of?
Yeah, he's alright. He's back in the grass. It's one of those injuries that kicking the ball's a bit of an issue when you're coming back a little bit, and sometimes it can go pretty easily. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer. So just being a little bit patient with him.
Yeah. Lucas has obviously been back in training. Is that kind of
he's
just
back around the group? Yeah.
Yeah. Is that just like a kind of squad numbers thing now? You've got.
No, he's back in now. Lucas, yeah, he's obviously down on minutes in terms of training time and match time. Obviously, he's been out for some months, but he's back training fully now. So it's great to have him back.
Yeah. Spoke a bit there about obviously defending the goals against. I think you're the second highest scorers in the division, and you play an attacking style, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to kind of, you know, lose that. But with the goals going in at the other end, is it kind of key to find the balance there?
Yeah, I don't think it should be one or the other. And when I say that, just because you're an attacking team doesn't mean you should concede more goals, and vice versa. I think it's in many ways it's two separate things, you know, and we need to get that right. I think it doesn't necessarily mean we need to stop attacking the type of goals of some of the goals we've conceded. Not really from that. It's not like we've overcommitted loads of bodies forward. It's more managing moments and really just being that little bit tighter and a little bit better when we have to do that.
Yeah, in terms of that, you know, is it like the little moments? How do you get them right in terms of, you know, when you are committing bodies to attack? Is it just kind of, you've mentioned before about almost like the positions in those moments? Is that? Yeah,
it's loads of little details that end up, when you get the little details right, it ends up becoming quite a big thing, you know. And all the way through the game, we speak about it a lot. Every little action, every little movement, every little situation within the game, if you get it right or you don't quite get it right, can then snowball onto the next one and swing the momentum both ways. So some of the little, that might find the littlest details, can end up becoming quite important. And yeah, you know, we're striving to get it right. The boys are training well. They want to improve. They want to learn. We've got to keep getting better.
Is that where, you know, kind of work off the training pitch can be vital, you know, with the kind of analyst work and that you do and the video stuff? Because I know you mentioned after Plymouth that there was minimal time training pitch-wise between the two games.
Yeah, there's so many different ways of doing it, you know, whether it's individual, whether it's in small groups, whether it's on the screen, on the pitch, in the meeting room, whatever it may be. Sometimes it's just a conversation. and whatever's in front of you at the time, you kind of pull in, try and use as players. You know, it can be quite informal at times, but there's loads of different ways of doing it. So it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be on the pitch, and we have to be 100% training to practice real time. Finding them little ways to make the difference.
Yeah, reflected a bit on the season throughout there as well. I think it's the first time in 4 years that Middlesbrough spent Christmas Day in the playoff places, and you know, given how in the last few seasons you've had such a strong second half of the season, does that kind of give you hope heading into the?
No, certainly belief. A lot more than hope. I think belief's important. We definitely believe in what we can do. Listen, it's down to us, you know, and just because we've the last couple of seasons kind of finished quite strongly, it doesn't mean that's going to just happen again, but we do feel we're in a good place to have the chance to do that 100%.
Yeah. Just this time of year, obviously Christmas message for supporters.
Yeah, and enjoy the festive season. However, celebrate whatever situation. I think it's friends, family is important. You know, we get bogged down with football quite a lot, don't we? And it tends to swing lives in a positive or negative direction from week to week. But yeah, thanks for the support. It's hugely we're grateful. It's bigger one of going away to Plymouth a week before Christmas, and with all the amount of supporters that came down and supported us. So yeah, everyone all the best, and have a lovely Christmas.
Yeah, and your hopes for the new year?
Points. What else do you expect me to say?